I want all of my players, like, I want the things that I give them and the things they give me to stick forever, you know? I
Right.
want, like, you team with me once and, like, you're set, you know? Like, you're
Mm-hmm.
good. And I think I've done that well in T2 and T3. Like, I coached Aerial ACAD, I've coached RTV, and, like, the vast majority of those players ended up making it to T1,
Yeah.
right? And, you know, I don't think that's a coincidence. I think, like, you know, like, they learn how to calm properly from me, and they learn, like, you know, what a real team culture looks like as opposed to, like, a little crafty CL or T3 team. And I think, like, that translates in your tryout. Like, they see, like, you calm more and blah, blah, blah. So, like, I like to think that the things that I leave with this team, like, are going to go forever and that they'll
Mm-hmm.
continue to find success, and I'll still be their biggest fan after I'm gone.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
So you lost opening pick this round, but you're still holding pretty much the entire map, right?
Yeah. Well, we have the game plan. Like, we have the clash up. The threat was the lurk, so the game plan was to put the clash opposite side and have that guy literally just deny every single lurk, and then we could just full body the other side if the clash is on the one side of the map. I just really hope we did that a round ago. Oh my god. Checo's waking up.
He is. I mean, 3 and 5 still, but he's hitting huge shots.
Oh. I don't even know how we win this round. What the fuck? We won this round? Nice, good peek. Nice shot. Gunner.
It's a gunner
My
round.
goat.
It's a gunner round. Easy.
Gunner round. Help Bozo. Biggest thing T3 teams do poorly compared to T2 and T1. In T3, you learn how to be like a good play. Like, you learn roles and, like, you know, like how to play defaults and like how this game works competitively as opposed to in ranked. And then in T2, you learn how to like function on a team. Like, you learn how to be on a roster for more than just like a week, and like you learn how to like work with people. And if you can't work with people, then you're never making it to T1, right? Like, I think the biggest thing you learn in T2 is like, okay, within a team, like, how do I like lift people up around me? How do I communicate properly with people? How do I not be a fucking horrible human being? You know, and I think the people that do learn professionalism in T2 move on.
Gunner says,
T2. Well, back at CL, like, you actually just stick together as a roster for longer, so there used to be a difference. I will say T2 and T3 stink right now.
yeah.
And like, I don't want to. It's not because the players are bad. I do think there's a lot of talent. I just think, like, when I scrim a fucking T2 team, I can't tell if our strats. Nice shot, Gunner. I can't tell if our strats work or not, bro.
Right.
Like everything works against a T2 team. Everything, you know, literally any strat works. So, like, what's the point of scrimming a T2 team if every single strat we run, no matter what, will work against them? You know, like,
Do you think it'll help now that Tier 1 teams are going to be allowed into Element 3?
I fucking hope so. I just want, like, NA teams to think more about the game than just fucking defaults and peeking everyone.
Uh-huh.
You know, like, I don't know, throw a win con in there. Do something. Like,
Yeah.
please, bro.
So, switching to attacks, I know you said you didn't really have any strats on defense with win cons, but what are you thinking for a basement attack now?
We had no info on them, so we're just doing all our defaults.
Yeah.
We had one attack on the CL round, you'll see. That's like an NA special that worked, actually, because no other region has seen it besides NA.
Uh-huh.
And then, yeah, and then we just get railed on every other round. We just get fucked. Ever offered enough salary for team practice squads, much like real sports? Esports, yes, not Siege.
Yeah.
I think, like, long-term esports overall needs to figure out a better, sustainable, like, org structure. I think the way to do that is to have a team of editors and thumbnailers and GFX that literally, like, all your players have to do is stream, and they pump out content, like a team-based one, and then that builds brands. Like, I think that's the way to go as an org, to sell merch, like, commission-based with players. So, like, imagine if you created Jinxies out of players on your team and then did, like, merch drops and, like, skin drops.
Right.
I think that's the way to go. But I think right now esports runs purely on sponsorships, and if you're, which is completely valid to not like gambling sponsorships, but if you're not gonna like gambling sponsorships, then financially your esport is dead.
Of course.
which is unfortunate. Like it's very unfortunate, you know. Like, and I applaud Siege for like having like very high morals like as a community, but it's just a sad reality of it all.
Yeah, 100%. It feels like a lot of esports money comes right now comes from not the best
Yeah, and
places.
so does
You know?
even soccer, bro. Like I remember
Oh,
like
for
every
sure.
like soccer jerseys all got like fucking bet Sky Bet or some
Yeah,
shit on it. You know, like,
yeah,
I think there is a sustainable path forward with esports. I think it's a different model than traditional sports. You know, you can't fly
for
people out to
sure.
stadiums. You can't do PPVs. Like,
I
gotta
mean,
figure out our own way about it.
I feel like just like streaming has gotten like so big, and it's like that's just what esports has to tap into more. You know,
Yes.
like content
Yeah.
is huge right now, and it will forever be huge because people
100%.
love personalities, they love their influencers. Like you just gotta merge that with esports somehow.
Yeah. Yeah. If we won a couple more ones right here,
It's
we
not a
almost
horrible
could have won
round.
this one. Yeah, it's not a horrible round. We got in finals, but I mean that's my goal with content when I'm done with competing is I just want to bring eyes to esports.
Yeah,
I think the Reaper EN path is a bit exhausting. I'm gonna try to be like a Raza or a Tarek. I'm
yeah.
gonna try to watch every single game and like, oh, holy fuck, oh my god. Yeah. Hopefully people will watch me.
Hey, I'll
Do the
watch you.
players hear the crowd? I don't know about the players. I did. Correct me if I'm off. I did a little bit. But I feel like the reason teachers were hard to go because it's slow. The first half of the round isn't super action packed. Well, yeah, but if I can like be a content creator to like explain that to people, then I think it'll grow better. Like you need like middlemen. I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Siege is always going to be kind of a niche game. Like, we're never going to be the biggest esport in the world just because it's a bit
Yeah.
slower and, like, there's a lot that's going on that, like, your casual viewer is not going to pick up like they could CS or Rocket League. But,
Yeah.
like, plenty of complex esports have succeeded and done really well. You know, like, League of Legends is not that easy of a game to watch,
Oh yeah.
but it's still huge, right?
And
Like,
there's like
Siege could be
esports
that.
tabs in this game. Like I think,
Yeah.
like if you create all the proper bridges, like the people, the analysts, the desks, the content creators, you know, the interest and the hype, I think it's worth it because like my TikToks during invite were all blowing up and they were all
Yeah.
esports based. And then Jinxie's stream like literally hit like peak viewership, like watching invite finals. You
Yes.
know, like I think if, like the bridges are built, it's very good, and I think I really want to be one of those bridges when my time competing is done. All for the fact that thank you, Eric Zahn, for the tier 1 sub.
Thank you very much, bro. Appreciate you subbing to my stream for the FET content. We'll have it on again.
Siege needs to have more involvement with casual fan players. No. Any bottom up balanced game dies no matter what. Like Fortnite has been like up and down,
Oh, yeah.
over and over again. All of the games that you see that are still alive with the esports scene and the player base, all are balanced top down.
Yep.
Apex is balanced top down, Val is balanced top down, League is balanced top down, CS is balanced top down, Dota is balanced top down.
I mean, it's your hardcore players that are going to keep the game alive long term. You know, you got to keep them happy. Even if they're a smaller proportion overall.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is the M80 execute. You nomad close and you spam EMPs to like blow up any C4s. As long as you have below control, you can get the bomb down.
This is why I feel like this bomb site is just like, maybe I'm just too NA pilled, but I feel like this bomb site just is attacker sided because this direct CEO window take
Oh, it's
is
very
so
cheesable.
good.
Yeah, it's very
so
cheesable.
good. Like, I feel like we watch other regions go for all these, like, admin side takes, and it's just like, you're wasting your time, and this is not going to be the best result.
Yeah, the M80. This is the one thing they haven't seen before. The NA special. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I
We
feel like
got
that's,
ours.
I feel like that's the worst side on this map. Just for that
Objectively,
push.
I can agree with you. Objectively, I can agree with you, but I think it just really depends on like what you know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm biased from watching mostly NA, but
I'm not gonna league. I was gonna tell you about a strat that I think counters it, but yeah, I'm not gonna like. I don't think it's been figured out yet.
fair enough.
Should there be a comp game mode above ranked? That's the thing. No, I don't think so. I just think rank needs to matter again, man. Like,
Yeah.
damn. Because was Premier successful in CS? Was it?
I have no idea. I don't think so. I mean, what's popular in CS and shit is like face queues, right? And we're
Yeah.
kind of getting that back with like, you know, we've got community cups. I think it was announced this week are coming back, which are basically
Yeah.
like go fors. And I think that's the step after ranked. You know, you don't need something in game to like be competitive Siege. That can be third party. It just needs to exist and be popular.
Yeah. I don't know. Once they fix cheaters, like all the solutions can be done. They just all hinge on fixing cheaters, you know? Like that's kind of like the sucky part.
For sure.
Like I think if if Siege like did like dynamic servers where like you can find games on like other servers like in NA if you know you're not getting enough games, like we'd have a bigger player base, more games frequently, a lot more fun games, a lot more competition. But like that hinges on fixing cheaters, right? Like if you want them like to add like if you wanted to keep rank 2.0 but still keep the top ladder like competitive, like you would have to add like a top 500 rank or something and like give them rewards. But then like that relies on fixing cheaters. I just think everything relies on fixing cheaters right now, and yeah.
So okay, I want to talk to you about this round because this is the Blitz strat for piano that you guys are taking from that we watched from Forgotten Days.
Yeah, okay,
go ahead.
Yeah, so basically you take into lounge, and then as long as you have below control, you can plant there. We forgot a crucial part of the strat, which is take below control, so then the Solus below just kills us.
Yeah.
And then that's what I mean by like we just sucked ass on this map because we just forgot every win con, like every single one. We forgot how all the strats work. We forgot how to win any of the strats. We forgot how to deny vert on tellers, defending it. Forgot a lot of things, man. We forgot to switch the site on defense. a lot of trollage coming out of us on this one.
Yeah, because I feel like this one, the Solus below is like the most obvious like first thing we're gonna do to stop a plant, from this blitz play.
Yeah, you need basement control, and we just didn't have any basement control.
Yeah.
We forgot to rotate someone down there because Spirits was our dude working it, but then like he died, and then we just never rotated someone down there, and then we lose.
So you had the plan for it, but there was just no backup plan once like Spirits died.
Well,
basically,
the plan was always take below and then plant the bomb. We just forgot to take below.
Sure.
I think all of us were just like,
Do you feel like, it seems like from talking to you, you know how to play this map correctly? You think it's just a matter of getting the reps in?
Yeah, and like it's really hard. Like if other regions are really good at lurks, and like you just never play against those lurks in the net,
Right. It's hard when you don't have good practice.
Like their lurk, like every other region's lurk entries were insane. Yeah, we just never took below here, and we just lost. Start below and walk with a teller, taking him in around. That's what a TFD did. Is they start below and they walk up through like lower spiral, and Visa stairs.
Imagine that guy just never sees the plant. I'm sure you still lose the post plant, but
yeah, this map is a little kid fucked sesh by us. Unfortunate.
At BO5, you don't expect to win your opponent's first pick, right? Because you only get one.
Just chatting and not Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. Just.
Am I?
Yeah.
Ooh. Good question. Let me change that.
Big chatter.
Sometimes we chat.
But I don't know. I think Ubisoft has something in store for cheaters. I just think it's going to take way too long for it to happen.
It's something that they're like aware of and always working on, but like it's such a frustrating issue as long as it's not solved, right? Like it's just so impactful.
Unfortunate. Boys, we forgot to take basement. NT. NT motherfuckers. Look at you guys. That's so depressing, bro. When all the cameramen walk up and fucking the people get back on the desk on match point. Like, I see it all, man. Like, you want us to lose.
No, we have to be ready, bro. Literally, I get yelled at. If one of the teams is at 6 and I'm on the desk, there's a production person backstage who's like, you need to get up there now. And I'm like, I've got 2 minutes at least. They're like, get the fuck up there. And it sucks because I can't watch the game from up there either. Because I've got to
No.
crank my neck around and look at the crowd screen, but it's like at a terrible angle. So I just like can't watch any rounds after a team hits match point.
Match point, yeah.
It's very annoying. I mean, I can kind of see.
You don't have like
bad.
desk iPads or anything?
We have monitors, but for competitive integrity, they have to be turned off because they're worried that you guys will
we
watch
can probably
them.
see them from our phone.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So they're on while we're like while we're live, so I can see
about,
myself. But
yeah.
yeah, so it's very annoying. It was funny. Sometimes like they start yelling at us. Like I remember at SI, we walked in. I think it was Bleed versus VP, and it was like a 6-0 or something for Virtus Pro, or 6-1 or something. And Turd just yells, "You guys are back too early. We're bringing this back." And they brought it all the way to like 15 rounds or something.
Damn.
It was actually very funny.
Sometimes it just feels like the game starts working in your favor. You feel like if Solotov goes for that on Skyscraper, he probably gets traded or he gets killed before he finds his man. But now BDS have got that bit of momentum all of a sudden. You know what? Yeah,
I hope we lose this round.
You do.
Thank God. I don't want to watch this map anymore.
That's a tough one. Do you ever feel like the guys get demotivated in these situations when it's like 6-3 and you just feel like you can't play the map?
I mean, yeah, but like the biggest part about winning is like how do we bounce back from that? And I think that's what we do on like map 4 and 5. Like I think this map and the next map we just kind of let the mistakes bog us down too much, and it's like, in a BO5 it's like if you're letting like it I think negative energy has like a stacking effect on your team, right? Like that's why like having fun is so important to us, because like if you're like hyper focusing on the last round too much instead of the next one, like you're kind of like chalking your efficiency as a team. You're not playing, you know. Yeah, you're not playing your best.
One thing I said on the desk after this map ends is you guys, previous to losing this map, you were on a 9-map win streak. And so this was like the first time that you've like really been challenged you've been like really challenged, right? Like the first time you've had to deal with loss. Yeah. And I was worried about how you would bounce back for it. And after you lost map 3, dead ass, I was like, guys, I don't think they can bounce back. Like, this was supposed to be where they bounce back map 3, and
yeah,
they
we definitely learned that. Like, at least for me, we learned that like a grand final, or I think most of our teammates honestly, because none of them have been grand finals.
Yeah,
I learned it was like a lot more mental game than it is really strategical. Like, obviously at this point, like you're in a grand final, like all your shots are sound, right? Both team shots are very good. It really just comes down to like, you know, honestly, just mental. I think, in my opinion, like. Just how do you like endure through the whole thing? How do you like not let the negativity bog you down? Because I think after we won first map, like I hate to put it this way, but like I think the expectation of winning became real to us. Yeah. And like when something as monumental a task becomes real to you, you kind of get crushed under the weight of it, right? Because like what's digestible to a human being is winning round by round, not winning the entire game, right?
Right.
But like when you start thinking about, oh, we can win this fucking whole thing, that's not a realistic thing you can work. There's no way to go about doing that. How do you do that? You know, how do you accomplish a task of winning the entire game all at once, right? So you can't really think that way.
Do you feel like once you start to believe, okay, we can actually win this, that like a fear creeps in, like, oh shit, what if we do lose?
I think it throws you off your focus. That's really it. Because sorry to cut you off, but I think that's exactly what happened with FaZe Clan and Furia, or W7M at the time, right? They got the 6-1, and I think the win became real in all of their minds, right?
Yeah.
And it's hard for it not to be, right? And I think they just let it slip from there, because like ever since then, it's just like, oh, we're just gonna win one more, we're just gonna win one more. But it's like you can't think of it that way. Every round 0-0, like you gotta just fully dial in every single round, like, you know. So I think for the bit, yeah. Go ahead.
No, I was just like, I feel so bad for FaZe because of the way they lost SI Grand Finals, and then I feel like they just crumbled against you guys in the quarterfinals map 2 as well. I feel like they're so good, and I just like, it makes me so sad seeing them lose the ways they have. Not that I'm not happy that you guys have won, but
yeah, I don't know. They were a bit less impressive than I anticipated. No cap.
For sure, but still, like.
Love seeing Fet's mom get so emotional at the win. She was so proud. Aw, thank you, Pseudoscopic. I appreciate that.
I'm glad you got some pics with them too. Like I don't know if you've seen the Flickr, but you've got some really good photos with the two of them.
Aw. Yeah, that's not my mom and my dad. That's my mom and her boyfriend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still really
Not my
cute.
biological dad, boys, but very cute, yes.
All right, what do you think in Chalet now? You come into this map. You've chosen this map as well.
Yes.
What's the thought process of wanting to go to
We
Chalet?
should have won this map pretty handedly. We had control of like almost every single round, and we just got clutched up on by Licky Fact 2 quintillion times.
Mm-hmm.
That guy's just God. Like, I don't know, bro. That guy's God. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know, man. He actually turned the fuck up for no reason. And I think we were still in the mindset like of like hyper fixating on mistakes and like the rounds that went wrong. Like we were letting the disappointment and expectation bog us down again. So I think we weren't really in the right mental state of this map. Like every time we got clutched on, it was like talking about the last round again, you know. So
Right.
yeah.
So what's the strat with this setup in particular? You've got the Goyo canisters and the Maestro for the wine push. You've got Gunner kind of upstairs, but you're not really fighting top floor.
Yeah, this is a very, very default strat. So like I think
Yeah.
everyone and their mom has like the fucking Maestro Goyo set up now, and then they do like a 3-person run, like one person kind of bridging top, and then one person like on either side, like on bar and library, and then like you need to play like the way this roam works is you play like you fall back to one side and then you play the other side heavier. So we're retaking dining right here to have control over that lobby hatch.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very common, very default roam. Nothing
Yep.
really special about this strat. I think it's important to have that trench rotate extend because if you don't, then like enemy team can just like ISO backside and just stay there the entire run and win off that.
Right. I feel like at this point it's going well for you. I mean, you've wasted a
It
full
is,
2
yeah.
minutes. You've not
I
lost
think it just.
anybody.
I'm pretty sure Lucky Fact just rails us here now. Like I'm telling you, this guy's just God. Like I don't know what to do. Like what do you do against God? You just lose. No.
I believe after this map, we were talking about who the MVP would be, because Talent got to choose MVP. So we were talking about who would be MVP if BDS won. And some people wanted uses, but I was like, dude, Licky Fact showed the fuck up in these finals. It has to be
No,
him.
he actually railed us. Yeah, they cleared our dining presence really, really well.
Yeah.
They're so good, man. Like their coordination is just so fucking good. Like look at them not over peaking, not doing shit, just whittling down our numbers. And then hatch was closed here. That's a little bit of a miscom, I think, is Gavin didn't know hatch was closed.
Right.
You guys talk about mental game reminded me of Evil Geniuses versus Penta. Yeah. Yeah, same shit, dude. Like 6'3" and like prone top wide stairs. Like the wind's real in your mind. Like you just can't let it be real like that.
Every team that's lost in the quarterfinals sold merch at the venue. Every team that won didn't. What that tells me is that Beast Coast don't have their grind up, and you guys weren't on the ball to sell your merch at the
Dude, I was
event.
telling them to sell our merch at the event, and we just didn't get it until like I don't know. Like, don't blame me. I'm down on making prep.
I feel like that's a big thing at every event. I don't know why teams don't, but there's always a few teams that do, and their merch always sells like crazy. I feel like it's a cheat code.
It is a cheat code. I don't know why the fuck we don't do it. I just think we don't get enough jerseys in time to get to give it there or something.
I guess it's kind of risky because if you don't make top 8, then like, and especially if you're not like an EU team at the EU major,
yeah,
you're probably not going to sell very many. But
yeah, I guess it's because you like to pre-stock the jerseys.
Exactly.
Keep busy winning. Yeah, made the right decision on God pseudoscopic. Yeah, I think like most of these rounds we had a strategical upper hand. We just got railed. Oh yeah, and Doke was up, so they could hit freebies on us, free lurks.
Right.
But I mean, they were very good with all of the ops. I mean, it was good that I think it was good that we banned out different ops than Doke for the next 2 maps.
I think
maybe this map I think maybe this map we should have banned Doke just because this map's a lot more like lurk potent, but also like the ISOs become all possible with Ying. Like,
yeah.
all the cheese attacks on this map, so it was a very hard call to make. They were lurking the fuck out of us.
One thing I noticed looking at the stats after this event, North America was like by far the best region overall at like just general attacking. Top 4 attacking teams by just like pure win rate at the event were all NA. Do you feel that NA has like figured something out about this like attacking meta that other teams or the other regions are a little bit behind on? Or why do you think that was?
Maybe?
I feel like my theory is that part of it is that other regions don't run Monty the same, like, as well as North American does, or at least as
Yeah.
often. I feel Monty's a big part
I
of
think
it.
that's a big one, but it's not that hard to play Monty. Yeah, like, okay, Troy Canadian is the best Monty in the world, yes, like, by far. Like, that guy is a fucking monster at Monty, and we're so stupid for not banning it against him. That's for sure. I think Cameraman is very good at calling ISO executes and executes in general that require minimal control. So I think that's M80's WinCon. I think our new game theory is very good in this meta. I think it counters split theory very, very well. And SSG, I mean, maybe they're crankers, and like you've seen Cheese be really good in this meta, so I don't know. I don't really watch the SSG games. I don't know what the fuck they did.
That's fair. They
But
also played some farmers in the play-ins, which definitely boosted them a little bit.
The explanation I would give, like, individually for each team. I don't think if there's like one thing that all the teams do, because I think every team's unique in their own way.
For sure.
But yeah.
But with that impact and with that force still not a catch yet. BDS somehow haven't managed to find that opener, and
Spirits is kind of in hell here.
Yeah. We're all in hell.
Spirits gets out though, and you've got one guy inside a library gunner.
Yeah. Like the lurker, they're just so good at lurking. Like this, the fact that Usus is like playing this position like without making much contact, and just kind of waiting his time is very, very good.
You guys win this round. How does it happen though? Just crazy.
They waited too long.
Shit.
They didn't take full library for the longest time, and
yeah,
like their entries are pretty like set at this point.
They also brought like no soft breach. I don't know if that's the biggest deal on this site, but they can't really use the top floor.
You can make more like vert above bar. Yeah, they just had no. Yeah, they had no vert. You're right, no vert.
Chad asked what you mean by game theory. I think he means when your game theory counters split theory.
I mean, game theory is just like, it's just fucking like the way to look at the game more than just the things. How do I explain it? It's like creating a formula to the game that
like
isn't just like, you know, like, oh, like bring a thermite to breach the wall and make sure you map do this and blah blah blah. It's like it's based in like more of a realm of subjectivity than objectivity. So like split theory is like a high, like, you know, like high lurk type gameplay that G2 try to push forth when they won invite or after they won invite. And like it's like, okay, like even if the enemy has a perfect setup, if you like pull enough eyes and go at the time that their eyes are pulled and like pull and push kind of, like you like do the lurks very well, right? And you just win regardless of how objectively better the enemy's setup is. So I mean our game theory, I think this event was very, very good. I think throughout the NAL, like we started developing like our version of seeing the game like after 03, and it carried us all the way until here, so it was pretty good. But yeah, I'm not gonna leak our game theory just because like I feel like it's just OP right now.
Fair enough.
But before we switched to it, we were on like an old game theory that I used to win undefeated in CL. It was basically rock paper scissors theory. Like every team has a rock, a paper, or scissors, and if you just play the counter, you just win. That made me go undefeated in CL, and then I got fourth in NAL with it, and then it just became outdated. I think it just didn't really work. Thank you, Pseudoscopic. I love you. Mike out. Good shit, Gunner. Gunner's the king of this position. Look at him, Prone. Get out of there, Gunner. No!
Tough out there.
We also fucked up the reinforcement. It's supposed to be on the other side. You wouldn't have died if it was on the right side.
What do you feel Diffuser has to do here? Does he need a
not
kill?
Not retake half wall. We never could have retake this position. This is like a huge blunder by us. Because this guy's just dead no matter what. Like he had to, like at this point VS is all in position to kill him, so he's just fucked.
They still have really good time on BDS as well. Like, they're not too concerned
Yeah.
about a guy just existing, and there they go.
No, yeah, that was just a huge blunder by us to retake half wall. We should have played far back and then put another body horizontal.
Thank you, Cash.
Mm. Yeah. We said that after this round. And I think this was also like our mental was chalk because we were talking about like we just never should have retaken this spot, bro, guys. What the fuck?
Right, you get caught up on the mistake now.
Yeah, but now we know for the next event.
Well, I mean, wait, after this, you guys go on a bit of a run. You're going to win the next 4 rounds in a row after this round. And then you don't win a round for the rest of the game, but...
Oops.
You don't call attack here, surely.
Do I?
I don't think so. It's only 2-1.
On the main stage at Manchester, and are we going to see it impact that mentality? Are we going to see it impact that energy? If they were to chain that together with a loss on their top map of Chalet, it could well be catastrophic.
Wanker.
I actually love the crowd. They were really good this event.
Dude,
For their size, they really pulled
it's
their weight.
crazy. It makes me realize how basic NA chants are, bro.
Yeah. Dude, the EU, every fucking NA event, the fucking UK casters are always like, your chants are shit, your chants are shit. And I was like, okay,
Yeah,
let's
but
see
it's
how it
always
is
like-
in Manchester.
That was kind of cringe when they try to like fucking make the NA people do the EU chants. 'Cause, like,
NA's just not good at it, bro.
yeah, like we just don't have. We never had the capacity in the first place to do the complicated chants.
Yeah.
We don't have soccer. That's the biggest thing. I think it's soccer, bro. Or
100%.
football, sorry, the football chants, bro. It's crazy. They all know it too.
Yeah.
Like they everyone in that crowd knew all the chants. It was crazy.
There was like the fucking walking in a winter wonderland for Canadian being shit. It's like, how do they all know exactly what to say? I don't know. It just comes from soccer, I guess.
Yeah.
Very
Someone in
funny.
the chat asked, I mean, why did the counter theory get outdated? Teams catching up, or you can't perfectly counter? It's because different players each play their own pace. So, like on at a higher level, like teams will switch up their pace mid-round, or like individual players will play their individual paces. So you can't like as a player, it's too much to process, right? Like, okay, if I try to play like Paper Siege against fucking like I don't know, uses his Scissor Siege or like or Rock Siege against uses Scissor Siege, and the rest of his team fucking play Paper, I just get railed, you know. So yeah, counter pacing kind of just got outdated because of that reason. Well, because teams will play like Scissor Siege for like the first minute and then like completely switch to Rock Siege to counter your reaction.
So when you're saying like Rock Siege or Scissor Siege, is this basically just like you're playing more aggressive, you're playing more passive?
Rock
Like, how do you
Siege is
define
like
them?
Rocks and Scissors is kill based siege. Paper Siege is objective based siege. My best examples from NA are SSG plays Scissor Siege, DZ plays Rock Siege, and OXG play Paper Siege. So for the longest time, like DZ literally never lost to SSG, SSG never lost to OXG, and OXG never lost to DZ. Like for like the longest time, right? Way back. Not now. It's way outdated now, but
For sure.
way back. Counter pacing was the thing. Yeah. So Rock Siege is like you play like a pussy to counter aggression,
Right.
and then Paper Siege is like objective based, so you play for like minimal plants, like you play purely to like deny objective on defense or to get objective on attack, and then Scissor Siege is like very aggressive. So like if you think about it this way, like if everyone on site is set up like to deny a plant, like Paper Siege, then running at them is good because you know all the positions and they're all like playing to deny a plant. They don't expect you to push through. But like if you play Rock Siege, which is like you play for the push through, you prone for the kills, for the deep flood, then it counters the deep flood. But because you're playing for the deep flood, you're not in position to stop the plant, so Paper Siege counters you. So that's Rock Paper Scissors Siege. And then if that makes sense.
Yeah. I feel like that's the type of shit that like the community doesn't hear enough of, like the high level strategies, and it's tough because like the people who, especially the modern shit, the people who like know it,
Sorry.
Gunner's crazy,
Great.
aren't like willing to talk about it because it'll like help other teams, you know?
Yeah. I'm not gonna link the current version of game theory that we're playing off of, but like that was old game theory. That was 0-3 Beast Coast game theory. And I think like any team that runs on like a basis of like theory, ultimately I think has a better chance of winning than the next team.
Right.
And I feel like their identity is very unique, and they know their win cons. Like, I know a lot of teams probably don't call it theory, but like when Rogue won the major, right, they were innovating lurks. They had the place off getting a guy in the building in the first 10 seconds and like just leaving him there, right? And eventually that became meta for every single team, So when G2 won the one invite, very lurk pull push based, right? Pulling eyes. And now that's like standard, right? For like everyone to do that, So I think like teams that like really base their games off of like some form of theory, like or higher level thinking, like it definitely, I feel like end up being a lot stronger than teams that kind of just try to play defaults or hyper fixate on like the objectivity of CH. Like, oh, we should have picked Thermite here. We should have picked, we should have done this. Like.
Right. I mean, you were always saying like that's kind of the big differentiating factor between like tier 1 and tier 2 is like in tier 1 you've got an identity, you've got like a overall philosophy.
Yeah, but not to flame
with.
people, I think there's two. Like I think NA's biggest weakness is over spam of defaults for most of teams. Like
tier 1 or tier 2 are you talking?
Tier 1.
Okay.
Like SSG and DZ have a very clear idea of how they want to play the game, right?
Right.
Like very, very, very clear, and they're
100%.
so consistent with it, right? Like they make every event,
Yep.
blah 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 blah. Yeah. So I don't know. I want to see more teams in NA kind of push for their own idea of playing the game and take a gamble, honestly, because like that's what I did. Like, when I make new game theory, I have no fucking clue if it'll work. I'm in the middle of a fucking NAL stage, I actually like straight up like made up like new fucking scientific laws just out of fucking nowhere, and it happened to work. And I think being willing to take that gamble is very important as a team.
I feel like from an NA perspective, Dark Zero is the most like obvious team to like watch and see patterns and see that identity forming out of any team in NA. But Space Station is a good example too, where it's just like they're, I don't know, for DZ especially, it's almost like predictable and it like makes them easier to read. And I feel like that's why a lot of like, I talk with a lot of the European talent and analysts and teams, and it's like they all feel like DZ is like very easy to like take down a counter, but like they still find so much success. They're still so consistent because they're so good at their style,
Yeah. Like same with VP and stuff.
Yeah.
The reactionary teams like old DZ, Empire, VP, like FaZe, like I don't know. I think like just this past couple years of Siege just really don't favor like hinging on enemy team making mistakes to win the game.
Right.
Which is the entire basis of I think FaZe, old DZ, and VP's playstyle. They kind of they play perfect and they wait for you to make a mistake.
Yep.
This guy's alive. They missed the nade. Holy shit. Shot. But yeah. We played mid-late round very well. Like I think all of these rounds, honestly.
Yeah.
I think first 2 rounds were winnable if we like kind of didn't get fucked by their lurks, but we got used to it now. We started bringing more traps. See, like Gavin's bringing the Capcam, we're bringing the Melusi, we're bringing the Legion. We're kind of playing a lot of info and like soft info to kind of deny all their lurks, which starts winning us more late round situations. But yeah, BDS kind of just outmilked their own clock on a lot of these. Crazy trade on land. And then yeah,
huge.
Good retake on top floor.
Dude, what a jump! What a leap!
Thank you. They call me young Jalen back where I'm from.
That's the type of shit that I'm just worried that nobody will have once you're gone. Those jumps, those leaps.
My players got more annoyed with me being loud than happy. Like mid game against ITB, because that's where it started. Was
you're yelling at Kangaroo Candy?
Okay, so basically against ITB, he didn't handshake me after map bans.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Like these guys are trying to act tough. Like I'm just gonna try to like fold him as a coach. It was crazy because I remember like on Nighthaven we went up 5-2. I yelled call a timeout and then we went up 6-2, and I yelled call a timeout, and he actually didn't call a timeout. Like I think it might have actually worked. Like I felt bad, bro, because like he actually didn't call a timeout. I was like, call the fucking timeout, Kenny. Call a timeout. Like,
Oh
great.
no.
But during that, like when I was yelling at him every single round, Sean was like, bro, Fett's so fucking loud. Like I literally can't think because he's calling the defense strats. He's like, bro, fuck
Yeah.
Fett, bro. Holy shit. Average age of player is way older than most esports. No. CS age is crazy. You got like fucking 30 fucking fuck-year-olds in CS.
I mean, that's because CS itself is like 30 years old,
Yeah.
right?
I also think I also think esports like you don't actually have such a short time. Like you can be 30 and like still be really really good, given you play time. I just think like it ends up not being like viable for a lot of people when they get older and start having their families and shit.
I mean, esports is tough. Like, it's a huge time commitment to be a player or a coach.
Yeah, 100%. Just take it getting hot. No clue what they're down behind the scenes. I can see why SSG got rid of Houghton. Thankfully, we got him. Whoa. Canadian's really fucking good, boys. Like, y'all don't realize that because, like if you think about, like we shut down all your star players that you guys love talking about, right? Like all like the really sparky like Spoit Bolo like type guy. Bolo went 0-8 with a 0.00 rating against us, boys.
Oh yeah,
everyone in chat.
Worst game of his career.
Like, yeah, exactly. But Troy is railing us, right? So like you're just gonna think like the only reason Troy's not doing that well is because his teammates are fucking mopping everyone other team up. But like the fact that he steps up against us and like genuinely solo carries rounds against us, Troy.
Yeah.
Right? Purely just because he's so fucking smart. He plays the game very well. He's a goat, man. Like, he's very, very good. Troy's very good, guys.
I feel like his playstyle, too, like, when DZ lose, it's very, like, sometimes easy to blame Troy. Like, if he's out on the Roam on the Solus, you know?
Yeah.
It's very easy to be like, oh, why is the old man playing Solus? He missed a shot. Like, cut this guy, drop him. He's old and washed. But it's like, I think the community is very unfair to Canadian.
Yeah, no, he is very, very good. And he is the best player, like, by far the best shield player in the world. We finally ran this strat. Bro, we thought this strat was fucking butt booty cheeks for the longest time. We never ran it, bro. Like, this strat counters so many teams. The stupid-ass double reinforced trophy strat. It is butt booty cheeks. You know how to counter it, but teams are human, bro. Oh, yeah. we fucked up with the reinforcements. We were never supposed to double reinforce those walls. Bro, we fucked up our strats and set up so much this event. I don't even know how we won. Like, Gunner died to a fucking wrong reinforcement earlier.
Uh-huh.
Like, Jesus Christ, man. Oh, my God.
Forrest would like a word. I feel like Forrest just kind of hasn't been playing Shields as much this stage. Like, he used to play a lot more than he does now.
No, you have to understand Shields at a higher level to understand why Canadian's so fucking good at Shields.
Yeah.
I'll put it simply for chat, like, Canadian does not die on Shields, and he ADSs perfectly every time. He always unshields and ADSs at the perfect time. Like, he is the most consistent shield player I've ever seen in my life. He'll never overextend. He'll never do shit. He'll never die for free, and he'll always be the win con for the team. Every time he waits for someone to like peek them first, and then he unshields and ADSs. It's beautiful, honestly, to watch.
Again, though, I feel like NA as a whole is just like very good with shields compared to a region like Europe, because you've got Canadian, yes, but I think Hot and Cold's also very good on shields. I think Kino is doing a lot better on shields, even if he had some meme moments, you know, in his history. I just feel like NA has that Monty buff that a lot of other regions, like especially EU, just doesn't really have the type of players that'll play it as well. Or at least as often.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Because we were getting railed when we were running shield and scrims by the other regions. Like,
yeah?
Those guys were the Brazil was the best region at fighting shields that I've ever seen.
Brazil's not bad, because Brazil have like pretty good shields.
They were fucking us, yeah.
In terms of Vita King.
Falapox actually like John Wick does. They're like a fucking clip. Oh my god, bro. Bro. We were playing border in a scrim against fucking Furia, and fucking Fellowpox actually just railed us, bro. Like, he actually hit like a 3K, just like 180, he 180'd like 3 of us. Like, he down one, turn around, ADS the other, then turn around, 180 again, and killed the third person. We all felt like flies. And then Vita King's very good at shields, Lagonas is very good at kills. Yeah, it might just be EU, actually. You might be onto something with the EU.
Even that Arthur guy on E1 is pretty good at shields.
Yeah, Brazil's very good with shields. I think EU might not play shields as much, probably.
I mean, it's telling the BDS banned it every single map against you guys.
Yeah. It is broken. It is ridiculous.
Yeah. I think Monty's the best best attacking op in the game right now.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah. It makes so many things possible that weren't possible before.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with Fenrir, Azami, and Solus. I think like Monty's on the level of Fenrir, Azami, and Solus. Like he just makes entire attacks or defenses possible. You know, I mean,
Yes.
entire attacks possible. Whereas like Azami, yeah, you know what I mean. Like Azami and Solus make entire defense strats like possible. Same with Fenrir, kind of.
And like now we're starting to see these defender and operators get nerfed, but it took like a full like year and a half, like 2 years
Yeah.
almost for some of these ops. My worry is like we're not going to see Monty get touched for like 2 years, and he's just going to run everybody's shit until then.
Yeah. I don't know why it took so long for these changes, and then I also don't know why like they're like kind of overdoing it. You know, like I feel like it was like such a simple fix.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We'll see.
We will.
Like I feel like Solus not in prep phase was like the most obvious answer from like day one.
Yeah.
You know, and like shooting Azamis, like everyone was talking about that from day one. But yeah. Like in the game, sent home, they kept playing, throwing themselves. I like what it didn't play slow. Furia lost. Appreciate it with the fantastic team. Never looked through Long Dynasty ever again. Furia is very good. Brazil's very, very good. Like I like to think that like if Brazil was on the other side of the bracket, we would have met one of them in the finals.
Yeah,
Like,
I think so.
I don't think Brazil. I think the only reason our scoreline was close against BDS was because of the pressure. I don't mean to like chalk them. Like they're very fucking good in this scenario, but
For sure. I mean, they're also a brand new team too, just like you guys,
Yeah.
right? Like teams like
Yeah,
FaZe
yeah.
and Liquid have been around for a lot longer, so.
yeah. Calm down, Chaika. Oh yeah. Great lurk, Gunner. I remember this one. Gunner was like, I have a lurk.
Yeah.
I have a gap, and then you hit the gap. Yeah, good job, guys. Woo! Let's go, mom's boyfriend. Let's go. Oh man. Yeah, I haven't been really reviewing these rounds. I'm sorry.
No, the conversation's been good anyways. Like I still appreciate this. It's been a fun stream.
Yeah.
It's good though. Now we can VOD review the game because you guys are gonna lose the next 5 rounds. And
Oh,
thus the map.
why? I should have started the conversation now, motherfucker, bro.
Now is when we can start. Oh, here's the BDS timeout. Do you remember what happens here?
I don't know, but I definitely called some stupid shit, and we get railed.
Up 5-2. They call attack timeout. They don't lose a single round after that.
Oh my god, I remember, bro. We were like running our fucking ISOs against them, and like, oh my god, they just kept retaking positions on us over and over and over again, and we get fucked. Like, I think they ran back up solar stairs with like 2 different people, bro. It just fucks us.
This is where EFAC starts just shitting in you with the
I
Solus.
know. Fuck.
Chat asked if you can hear your team during the rounds. They just can't hear you. That's true, right?
Yeah, I can. I can hear my team. They can't hear me. I called a very horrible counter timeout here. Actually, I don't know. I think they might have just railed us. They were just out-ordering us because I think like honestly like all these rounds you'll see like we get all the control we need to do our strats, and like we just get railed by like a single dude like retaking a position or clutching up on us.
Usually like EFAC.
Can you hear the crowd? I can. I don't think the players can because they're so dialed. If you let it affect you as a player, I think you're like losing.
Yeah.
Like you gotta let the positives hype you up and tune out the negatives. In my opinion, I think that's like the best way to go about doing it.
It was kind of nice that like both teams had their area of support. Like I've seen grand finals where like the entire arena is just all for one team. But this was a good like 1/3 of the crowd was probably going for you and 2/3 were going for BDS. Like it was a nice split.
I think it was like 1/8 and 7/8. So our side was just loud.
No, you guys. I mean, your side was also very concentrated. I feel like you had that whole like third. Maybe at the back it wasn't as much for you, but
Well, yeah,
then,
because
like,
it went that far back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, I feel like
yeah,
all
yeah.
our supporters were in the front like 2 to 3 rows.
That's true. The back, your side of the stage was like just very quiet, so it felt like
Yeah.
you didn't really know who they were cheering for, but they probably were for BDS.
They probably were for BDS.
That's fair.
We've seen teams burn out when they get towards match 4 and match 5, and I'm not saying Beast Coast will, but there is a lot more experience on this.
So this is a kitchen Osa strat that doesn't really go. This is where you swing into solar and die the EFAC again, I think.
Potentially even in towards that final map of
What's the plan though with this Osa on this bomb site?
keep up that composure, keep up the rhythm as well, because momentum is well and truly
You walk down solar stairs and you plant the bomb.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we just get railed. Dude, because I just fucking retake solar stairs when I was like 40,000 times. Like, we had all the control we needed. Like fucking a zombie's not up, so this is like the optimal strat to run because they can't retake bathroom over and over. And then the dude just runs up fucking solar stairs.
I mean, you have Nomad and Gridlock. I feel like it should be very hard to retake positions in this round.
Yeah, it should. Definitely it should.
Okay.
I don't know. We just play like shit. Like we're all in our own heads. We're all like trolling. Good C4 dodge. Scourge is already in. This is good. We have all the control we need. And then boom, all of a sudden, like.
Tell Fat about how much I hate Osa. I'm a huge Osa hater in general, which is mainly why I asked about it. But
Osa's alright.
I just feel like her shield doesn't cover enough. There's so many counters in terms of C4s and impacts. A lot of the default strats that people have with Osa, such as like Oregon Arc.
No, but it's good when you need like 2 shields. That's the whole point. You're missing like, yes, like the other shields are better for covering ourselves, but if you want another one from a power spot, then you want Osa.
I guess. I just watching them. I feel like it's very rare that we see it pan out well with those 2 shields.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong. There's some positions very good, but yeah. Yeah, they retook trophy on us very, very well there. I think they coordinated it very well, and we didn't have enough eyes on it to really hold it down. And at this point, like we were just kind of like in our own heads about like that, you know, we're kind of like over dialing on it.
Were you like, obviously in a BO3, the philosophy for a lot of teams is like we're gonna win our map, win the decider. In a BO5, you won your first map. Are you feeling the pressure like shit? We kind of have to win our second map here in Chalet, or were you like kind of okay if you lost this because you knew you had Cafe?
We were way stronger than them on Border and Cafe.
So you were then okay. If you're way stronger than them on Border and Cafe, why didn't you pick one of them?
I don't fucking know. I'm gonna be real, Jesse. I don't fucking know.
Okay. I mean, at that point, it doesn't really matter, right? Because you're just picking the order of the 3 maps. But
yeah. I don't know, cause okay. It's because we're better on Chalet overall than Border and Cafe. But Chalet is also one of their favorite maps.
Yeah.
So I don't fucking know, bro, baby. No, I like to think it was intentional because like then we get the maps that we dip them on, like at the the later stretch, and they're tired and shit, you know, and they're not shooting back as much. And then if we win Cafe, then we get momentum, as opposed to like we win Cafe, then they take Chalet, then it's like shit, like they're off of a win, you know. That's what I like to think. I like to think it was on purpose. That's what I meant to do, guys. I trolled our 3rd map ban so that we can get 2 in a row.
I'm looking at the stats. Before this game, both you and BDS with your current rosters had never lost Chalet.
Yeah, we love this map.
You were both undefeated.
Both very good.
Yeah.
Are you making any roster changes for stage 2? Yeah, I'm dropping everyone.
You're quitting and you're taking them all with you.
Yeah, we're going to Val. This is the bar ISO. You open up that basement stock wall, and then you try to play on the games window. Pretty standard shit. Does this guy run a train on us? Probably.
What's your thoughts on doing this with an ace versus a Maverick?
Maverick is ass. You just die instantly. Like, it's so bad. Like, I think you just always do it with the ace. And you bring the MPs down here if it's not. Because, like, at least with an ace, like, if they shoot it, your player's not dead, you know?
Yeah.
With the Maverick, you go for it the wrong time, and your dude just dies.
Yeah.
GG. Or do you want a major? What else is there to do? I don't know. Invite. I'm done, bro. I'm toast.
You should come back. Once your team wins World Cup and Stage 2, I know you're going to go do your fucking school, whatever. Just come back for invite.
I'm back for invite for funsies. I'll be a desk analyst. You can invite me on there.
Bro, for real?
Yeah.
I might be able to set something up.
I'm scared of stuttering. If I ever did like a desk job, I'm scared of like stuttering. I don't know how we let this guy live. Oh my god. Well, yeah. Okay, so right here, like in the prep. Oh yeah, this like fact is completely fucking outmaneuvered versus here. But right here, like we knew that the guy played in the library corner with the C4 with not a lot of burn. That should have been a freebie, but they knew we were gonna do the drop off angle from the single window that could see the drop. So he ran across instead as his fall off. I was like very smart from them.
Right.
And they actually outmaneuvered the fuck out of us this round with that play. That's very high level shit, chat. Like, Yeah. I wish I could explain that better.
You're talking about like the way they fell off of the library corner.
Yes,
hold,
because
yeah?
usually you drop down the hatch, right?
Yes.
Well, there's an angle on the rappel from the single window that can see the hatch drop. And
Right.
they usually drop down the hatch, but they've seen us do that angle before. So instead, like they ran across the window instead because we were hinging on that to win.
Right, they
Around.
just sprinted past the angle that you weren't
Yeah,
expecting.
and then you need corner control to make the strat work.
Yeah.
And like that pick at least, and yeah, that was crazy. And like if I just fucking railed us on Macers. Think of all that while being burned. Oh yeah. I mean, this is second nature to all the players, though, chat. That's the thing. It's like the gap. It's very like that's why I try to tell as much as possible. Because I know people are usually scared of leaking, but I try to say as much as possible without like leaking our like the biggest things that we've innovated. Because I just try to like I try to like give it more to like the public about it. You know, like
Yeah.
I
And
feel like it's not talked about a lot.
Once you've done it publicly too, like the top teams are gonna watch that and they're gonna figure it out for themselves. So, like the only people you're telling are like the public and then like maybe some of the worst teams, but you're probably not losing to those worst teams anyways.
I just with the things I say, like I try to say things that are kind of already out there.
Yeah.
Some of them are like kind of niche, and I guess like teams can like take it from me if they're watching the stream. You can have it, but for the most part, this is like already like really standard stuff.
Of course.
What's your hype music played by Cardi every single fucking day of the week? SVNZR0. I tweeted "Wake Up Filthy" every single game day because it's played by Cardi. Is like the dude, the producer on Whole Lotta Red.
What'd you say in this tack timeout? Because I think it just ended, but you called the tack timeout after this round.
I think I called literally just go for the same pushes because we were supposed we're supposed to win all these pushes. I just sort of like slow down and do the exact same pushes.
Isn't that just the kind of tack timeout you said you didn't like?
No, I added in lurks to them.
Okay.
They were like fully, basically they were like throwing bodies at exactly where our pushes were coming from. So I added in like a single counter pressure lurk on the other side of the map. Try to. Blitz glass. This round I called pulled the backside and then like rush front breach.
Okay.
Because they were you could tell like they were flowing bodies to us, right? So basically with all of these rounds I was trying to like for this round like we'll pull backside and then we'll throw like a rush at the front side and then just jumped out on like Salazar just jumped out on us, just railed us. And then the next two rounds I was saying like do the same ISOs but like have one counter pressure lurk. So pull the bodies all to like look at our like front side push and then have that lurker like coming from behind and kind of just like rail everyone. So that was a timeout call. Yeah, I remember now. Sorry, it took me a while to fucking remember it.
No, you're good.
But we took too long on this. There's like a universal rule in Pro League. I think most teams or the top T1 teams do this. Like if it's too quiet, there's probably something fishy going on, right? And we just took too long. We did nothing for way too long. Gunner solo pressuring backside, so he's like acing up in the walls by himself, and we were hoping this would pull them over, and I think it kind of did pull them like a tiny bit, but for the most part, we should have gone sooner.
I feel like it was a really good read from Solotov to like figure out what was going on. I think we see it from his POV. I think he sees like the Claymore outside of his window. Or he sees something and he jumps out with the Solus.
Yeah, look, this timing is just insane. Like,
what
the fuck, man? What the fuck, guys?
And from here, it's fucked.
Yeah, but we were just trying to, like, the timeout was mainly to try to counter, like, the body flow.
Uh-huh.
Go to purchase real. You can call me 7 hurt. But yeah, the timeout was just to counter, like, their body flowing to us, and they still body flew to us even after we tried to pull them to the other side. I think we should have tried to go faster or something. I don't know. Troll timeout call by me. This whole series I was fucking doing awful on these.
Bro, you got it done in the end. That's what matters.
Real. I think the players took a lot better leadership through this series. I was kind of just like supporting them.
Yeah.
Telling them to eat bananas and stuff. What the fuck?
Bro, how is that on stream?
Yo!
You're crazy. Holy shit.
What the fuck? Guys, come on.
Our producer Tommy went kind of nuts with what he was showing. Shout out.
I know. This is a very well produced major.
Yeah, this was, I think it was the first major. Tommy did EUL this stage, and then it's his first time doing a big event for Siege, but he's done a lot of Fortnite events for Blast. And Tommy was like really, really good. He was our head producer, and he was, yeah, he's one of my favorite producers for sure. Production doesn't get enough credit. Nobody really knows who's producing these events, but it's actually very interesting, the different
Yeah.
styles of producers.
Good shit, producers. How much of coaching is mediating discussion between players as opposed to commanding the conversation? I think it should be commanding the conversation. I think if you as a coach call a timeout and you ask your players, what should we do here, guys?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you even there for?
Right.
Well, I'll take from me, but I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. Like, if you're not, I don't know, man. I feel like you're kind of useless if like you call a timeout and you're just like, all right, hot and cold, make up a strat.
I mean, I can see if a coach is contributing in other ways, but at that point, just be like a secondary coach and have somebody else stand in like during the games. Like you can still create strats and stuff, and help behind the scenes.
Yeah. Out of game. I mean, I think the coach is just like the mental leader. I don't know. I think I'm pretty like commanding on all aspects, like theory, strats, roles, like practice schedule, how it, like our culture, the burnout. But I also try to be like really open to conversation. Like I'm not like the biggest like important philosophy for me is I want everyone to feel like they're like an equal voice in the team, like all 7 of us. So yeah, I just try to I try not to like I am very commanding, but if someone has an idea and they really believe in it, we'll always try it every single time, even on game day, you know?
It feels like Beast Coast have like a really positive culture compared to like a lot of teams that we've seen at the top of NA in the past.
Yeah, and I think it's good because it allows everyone to pop off. Like if you remember Astralis at SI23,
Yeah.
like their culture is strong as hell.
Yeah.
Shuttle was struggling for the entire event, right? He was doing horrible, and then he literally single-handedly wins them the game against Core.
Yeah.
Because they never lost faith in him, and I think that's so important. You know, I think a lot of teams lose faith in certain people.
This is another Leaky Fact retake solar round.
What is the main thing teams forget when trying to take solar control? Yeah, people retaking trophy, like what we're doing here, boys. Like, we never fucking killed this guy, bro. He actually just retook trophy on us again.
Yep.
Like he retook bottom main on us on our bar ISO. Retook fucking trophy on us twice. Like,
There
look at
he
this, bro.
is.
Jesus Christ. And then our alert gets shut down. Our counter pressure alert gets shut down because these guys are gods and so aware. Fuck these guys.
My post-game replay package from this match was all about how fucking Leaky Fact was just constantly in solar on the Solus.
Yes, bro.
I'll play a little pun. Solus in his namesake room, running around and just making it impossible, always killing hot and cold.
Yes. I mean, that guy's just so good at the game.
Oh, yeah.
Look how happy these EU motherfuckers are, bro. See, I told you, our side too. They're all setting up.
You're right. You're right.
We're like
There's some
outnumbered
feedback
like 7-1.
You guys need to find some British UK player to get on your team. Well, I guess next major's in Canada, so you're set.
Yeah, dude, 7. That's so real, bro. BDS is so aware. They're so good. Like all of them are so good individually, bro. It's ridiculous.
There is a lot of pressure on this next round for Beast Coast.
Of course, Sherlock's at the center of that party. Why not?
So at this point, obviously, like, you know, this is probably where some of the mental is starting to go when you're like focusing kind of on the wrong things. At what point do you fix like what you're focusing on in the
right
mental?
after this game ends, I go to pick up the strats and I turn around and the players are already huddled. And Gunnar is giving a speech and he's like, basically, like, if we lose, boys. Like, just go out there and just fucking play our game. Stop talking about the last round. Like, go out there, just dial next round, have some fucking fun. I don't care. Like, we win as a team, we lose as a team. If we lose, we lose. You know. And I think that's very important for everyone to hear. And that's what I meant. But like, I definitely like fell off leadership wise on this game. Like, I feel like I was doing very well in like the past like couple of games. But this one, like, I'm glad. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm so glad our team culture is the way it is because like people like Sean can just step up like that, right? And like Gavin last map too, like he stepped up his own like, with his own leadership, and like making sure we all have fun. Like I was just there, like making sure we ate bananas between maps, like making sure everyone has the strats in the prep, and like that's fine, you know. Like I'll step back, take my supporting position, you know. Like I was the leader all event, but like I'll stop being the leader for this game, you know. And well, someone else will take up the mantle, and we'll all fill in for each other. And I think that's what it was like. beautiful about this win in this game. You know, like this event. It's like every time, like it was just like the team as a whole. You know, like no one left behind. We should have killed that guy.
That's the angle that they avoided last time by just sprinting past the window.
And like they just fell off early this time.
Yeah.
And like at that point, we're already like all in position for that clear, so we just wasted 30 seconds of our own time. These guys are fucking good, man. Get on Chalet. God damn.
Undefeated for a reason.
Yep.
I think 5-0 now with this roster after beating you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. God damn it.
Why'd you pick this map?
I told you, so we can lose this one and then win the next 2 in a row and have the momentum.
There you go.
This guy's a lot. Oh my god, the nade rolled through the vert. I don't know. It's just like we take all the initial control we need on all of these rounds. We just kind of just get folded. Like I think this one was like the clutch round, right?
Yeah, this is a 1v1, I believe. Ends 1v1. And of course, it's fucking Liquefac who gets the 1v1 win as well.
That guy's 15-4.
Yup.
Oh my fucking god. How do you get your skill level to play on a Diamond Hub? I've never heard of that in my life. I'm sorry, Bess.
I guess it's FPL.
Yeah, I got no clue. Falling off this early knowing you wasted up time. Yeah, these guys are very smart, bro. It all feels very intentional. Like, they know the power Solar against or Trophy against our Solar takes. Like, they have very set plays in their mind they want to do against us to fuck us over, and I think very good. Very well done by them.
It's actually such a fun fucking grand finals to watch from a spectator POV. Like, both teams, obviously maps 1 and 2 were pretty lopsided, but like, as we got towards the end, holy shit, it started just getting so good.
Yeah.
And I think all the final 3 maps were all 7-5, I believe.
God damn it! Stop, Liquefac! You have 16 kills. Stop.
Throw a 2v1 to him now too.
No!
So sad.
He's so good. Like, this guy is so good at the game, bro.
Fucking
And he's built like a tank. That is the most intimidating player I've ever seen, bro. He's so fucking tall and big.
I interviewed him in the playoffs, right? In the Swiss stage. And there's some question about like what do you do to like stay in shape or something. And he's like, yeah, so I don't really have time to go to the gym here, so I just wake up and do 50 push-ups every morning. And it's like, okay, bro, chill. No, he's fucking incredible.
Look at him. He's like a fucking upside down triangle.
50 push-ups every morning.
Oh my god.
Are you fucking
Chad, that guy is scary, bro. That guy's aura.
He's super nice though. Like his interviews were really, really good.
Very nice. Yeah. I remember like we were in quarters, or we just won our quarters games, and then like I saw him in like Eagle Me's, like one of my good friends, they're analysts.
Yeah.
And we were just like, yeah, I'll see, like hope to see you in the finals. And then I was like, yeah, like you're gonna have the whole crowd on your side. And he was like, yeah, I want that. And I was like, fuck.
I remember in his interview he said as well, we're not a French team. We have one UK player, so think of us as an English team, please.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's the first 3. We're willing to do the next 2 on another day, yes?
Yes. Tomorrow?
All right. Well, Fat, tomorrow? I can do tomorrow, I think. Yeah.
What time you want to do tomorrow?
Same time?
Sure.
Come around noon Mountain, 2 p.m.
Sure.
Eastern?
Sure.
Hell yeah. Well, Fat, thank you very much for coming by and watching the first 3 games with me, sir. Very entertaining. Sir. I will see you tomorrow, where we will watch games 4 and 5, where you guys shit on BDS and win your fucking championship.
My favorite part of the whole event. I don't like today. Today was depression.
Today was tough. Today was your losses. Tomorrow's the comeback.
Yeah. Tomorrow's the comeback. All right. See ya, man. Good talking to you, man.
Have a good one, Fat.
Yes, sir. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, chat. See
you. Shout out, Fat, for coming around with us and watching the first 3 games. That was a really fun talk. I really, really enjoyed that. Fet's great. Undoubtedly one of my favorite people in the scene. A champion, of course. I want to do more of these kind of VOD reviews with people who were in them. Because obviously you're going to get so many insights that you're just otherwise never going to get. You know, I can talk about the game and, you know, I can generally break down what's happening decently well, I think. But the insights that Fett gives are obviously well above and beyond what I can give by myself. So shout out Fett. Am I leaving? How long have we been live for? 3 hours? 2 o'clock? I'll stick around for a bit. We can keep chatting. Anybody has any questions? We can keep going over some stuff. But very, very fun. I should interview Shaiko's mental during the major final. The problem is Shaiko doesn't do like any content in English. You know, he'll 1v1 Jinxie, right? If you've got the viewers for it, he'll show up. But for me, probably not. But super fun. Shout out to Fett for being around. Chat, if you're new here, I'd appreciate a follow. We're going to keep streaming. But do follow along because we're going to have Fett back tomorrow at the same time, which is about 3 hours ago from now. 2.5. So tomorrow we're going to be back VOD reviewing the final 2 maps. Thoughts on BDS and Liquid this major? You missed the stream and couldn't rewatch, but you didn't hear anything about them. I mean, both played really, really well, obviously. I personally really underestimated Liquid coming into this major. I did something that I often criticize other people for doing, which is I let Liquid's earlier performances in the stage influence them without like properly giving them credit for improving their play. Because Liquid at the start of this stage were really, really bad. Like they played some of the worst Siege I've seen in Brazil. But they completely turned their whole fucking season around. Resets, logged into the server. They started playing more as a team with Lagonis, able to like actually command some players. So Liquid I didn't give enough credit to coming into this. I think Liquid did really well. And BDS obviously, you know, could have won this whole fucking thing if they just were able to nail down one of these next 2 maps. So undoubtedly one of the best teams in the world. What do I think of the current Blast schedule? It feels like we used to have too much Siege a couple years back, but now it's very stop and start. I think everybody who complained about too much Siege a couple years ago were fucking babies and fucked up. Because I do think the organizers kind of heard that feedback, and that was part of the reason why we ended up with the schedule that we have. I don't think we ever had too much Siege. I think people complain about that, and certainly it was exhausting for some teams, but like, stop winning. I don't know what to say. What's going to happen, right? If there's too much Siege, worst case scenario, you get burnt out, demotivated, and then you stop winning as much, and then you don't go to as many tournaments, and you don't play too much Siege. It's like a problem that fixes itself. I don't think we needed to restrict the calendar as much as we have, but the calendar has also been restricted largely due to budget reasons. It is a problem as well from 7 that like right now we play so much Siege. Like when we're in season, twitch.tv/R6 is basically like always going on. Like we have so many fucking regions that they're just like, there's always something to go on. And whilst the region is in, it feels like it's impossible to keep up with everything. And now that we enter the off season, it's like there's too much, right? Or there's not enough, where it's just like there's nothing to watch. I have heard some rumors. I'm not going to leak, but I've heard some rumors of how things may be changing for next season. And I think with all changes, there are positives and negatives, but I think the current downtime is something that Ubisoft is aware of and is, you know, hopefully looking to fix. I'll say it as much as that. You heard the calendar restrictive because there was an exclusivity clause for the first few years of Blast? No. I mean, yes and no. Blast has full rights to run the official competitive R6 circuit, but there's always been room for other TOs to run additional tournaments. Like if fucking, I don't know, PGL wanted to run a Siege Minor, like that, realistically that could have happened, right? Like there's no legal contract saying this is not allowed. You know, maybe it would have required some funding from Ubisoft that wasn't there, or maybe some deals didn't work out. I pulled PGL out of my hat, right? I don't know if any tournament organizer was like interested in that. I don't know. But I believe that that's always been technically possible. It's just never really worked out. Didn't we used to have minors? Yeah. We did during like the esports bubble period, but you have to understand that like a lot of money has left esports now. What starts the season and what finishes the season of Pro League events-wise? So the R6 calendar goes from March to February. The season ends at the 6th Invitational in February. So last year, for example, our World Championship was the 6th Invitational in Sao Paulo, which ended February 25th. And then this season started when the Stage 1 Regional League started, which was March 14th. So Stage 1 of the Regional Leagues marks the start of the competitive season, which then feeds into the Stage 1 Major, which was Manchester, which ended with the final we were just watching. OCE gets shifted to Channel B because other regions will start their playoffs. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, we just have so many games going on at once that we have to just randomly shift shit to B stream. And then in the off season, there's like nothing. It's very frustrating. What do we do for the rest of the day? Let me pull up my schedule here. Is Mini Siege working, by the way? I don't think Mini Siege is working. I don't know how long it's not been working, but it looks like we're not actually reading chat. I don't know why that happens. But if it runs for long enough, that always ends up happening. Let's do some dailies. Let's do a little R6 still. Cast a Mini Siege? No. What's an operator that was big in the finals? Let's do the Monty. Montaigne. We're looking for a 2015 male defender from Europe. 2015 male defender from Europe, not from France. Give me Bandit? Close. German defender from 2015, not Bandit, so it has to be Jaeger. 10 out of 10. Capcan, I think, is technically from Asia, because I think he's technically from Uzbekistan. How do they base teams on A versus B stream? Does the most well-known team get on the A stream? Yes. Broadly. I mean, it's not like a hard and fast rule, but typically the A stream games are the games that that Blast thinks will bring in the most viewership. Fundamentally, like, you may think it's unfair, but like if it's fucking I don't know, if you've got to decide between like ITB versus SSG or like M80 Liquid on the A stream, they're going to put the most popular orgs on the A stream. I think it's M80 Liquid.
Yet another fixture here for you right now. We have got...
Except I think that one was on the B stream, so maybe that's a bad example. But in general, Ubisoft will... well, it's more Blast. Blast will just choose whatever they think will get them the best viewership, and they'll throw it on the A stream. Thoughts on SSG potential changes? Capcan is from Russia. Fuse is from Uzbek. Oh, I fucked that up then. You're right. I could see SSG making some changes. I don't know who they pick up, but like, I think Force has had a rough stage. I think Iconic has had a rough stage. I don't think you want to drop both, but I think some moves would be okay. I just don't want to see SSG like blow it up, you know? I don't want to see SSG changing absolutely everything, but I think one roster move is fine for now. The rumor is SSG pick up Benja for Iconic. I don't think that's true. I mean, I don't know. I'm not up on my Benja lore necessarily. I don't have the same leaks. I won't say I'm the most up to date, but I feel like that's unlikely. Wikipedia rumors tab has it all. Benjamaster G2 to SSG for iconic. I mean, it could work. I think Benj is a great fucking player. I like that the Geo for Grixer swap was labeled as unlikely. Sure as hell went through. What's this one labeled as? Possible? I mean, I like it. Honestly, I like the change, frankly. I just don't know if financially it would work out. Yeah, I mean, from what I've heard, I don't think Benja will stay on G2. But I don't know. I don't know where he'll end up. Hat to Oxygen. I don't know, man. I'm worried about OXG. I hope they get a good new coach. They're adding are they adding a third coach? Is that what they tweeted? Because they still have Hopes and Redeemer on payroll, yes? Are they adding a third? Was it Redeemer who messaged it? Or who tweeted it? I thought they tweeted they wanted a new coach. Like, one of the coaches tweeted it. Yeah. Auction is looking to add more to their coaching staff for EW. If you're a coach or an analyst, shoot me an email with the past brief and description of how you would fit. I assume they're looking for, like, a more dedicated analyst. Because I don't believe Hopes and Redeemer are... I don't believe either of them are, like, super stats-based. That's what I would hope they're looking for, and I think that could help them a lot. Perhaps it's my time. Auction wants more coaches than players. Yeah, I don't know. It's very hard to, like, speak on coaching changes just because, like, it's tough to know. I like Hat as a player, but I don't know if Hat solves their problems. Hat's one of my favorite players on LG. I think he's very good, but I don't know if he fixes it for Oxygen. They're just trying to build a scrim team out of coaches. I get you. Yeah, ultimately, I hope most NA teams don't make serious changes. I mean, like, the teams that didn't make the major... Here's the thing, right? I want to see Beast Coast make no changes. I want to see Dark Zero make no changes. I want to see M80 make no changes. I want to see Sonics make no changes. No more changes, obviously, after they picked up Geo. Space Station, one small change is fine. Oxygen, some changes are fine. WildCard, I don't know, maybe. Los and LG need changes. But I'm a big believer in just, like, not blowing shit up when stuff starts to go wrong. Especially at the early of the stage. Like, I think right now we're in a position... Like, right now is a really crucial part of the calendar. Because I think ultimately for every single team, your goal each year should be win SI. That should be the goal at the fucking year, right? And so, stage 1 is early enough in the year that I think stage 1 can be kind of a feeling out stage for a lot of teams. But I think at the end of stage 1 should be like the real cutoff for like when you're going to stop making your changes. If you really are serious about going for SI, I think last SI kind of proved that, like, end of the day, you need a consistent long-term roster if you want to win the toughest tournament of the year, which is the Six Invitational. You know, it's no surprise that the top 4 teams at SI, FaZe, W7M, Virtus Pro, and G2, were all very consistent on their rosters for the majority of the year. The only change any of these teams made was G2 picking up Uno, which is a very small change, and it happened a while before SI. So I think, like, for all teams right now, you need to kind of lock in your roster, right? There's always, you can make changes later on, but I think if you seriously want to go for SI, now needs to be where you just, like, make your call and commit. What do the standings look like for SI after the major? It's not that interesting, to be honest. It's basically just the major standings. Like, BDS or Beast Coast are in first, BDS are in second, then it's the other top 2 teams, then it's all the top 8 teams, etc., etc. What about DZ getting top 6? Yeah, DZ got top 6. I don't think they had a chance of winning. Do NY times connections? I'm really bad at connections, but I'll do my Worldles. Like, yes, Dark Zero got top 6, but I don't think top 6 is, like, very close to winning. I think there's a big gap in between, like, top 6 SI and top 1 SI. And the key thing, like, you can definitely look at the major and make the counter argument, right? Like, you can look at Manchester and say BDS is a brand new roster, Beast Coast is a brand new roster, fucking, you know, Secret made some changes. Like, you can definitely look at this and be like, this is a counterpoint. But the difference is, to win the fucking major, you've got to win 3 games in the bracket. To win SI, you know, how many best of 3s did W7M have to win SI? Like, the bracket is just a completely different beast. W7M had to win 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games in a row to win SI. I think that's the difference. And teams are also going to be better at SI than they are at a major in general. That's Iceland. Iceland's neighbors are Greenland, not a country. And I believe Faroe Isles, not a country. Capital is Reykjavik. Flag is that one? What? Oh, I'm so troll.
No, this is food. This is beans. Someone put beans inside the computer.
Thank you for the prime, Pokes. I'm sure I butchered your name. Poix? I did my best. English? Norwegian? Greenland? Polish? The fuck? Why do 3% of the people in Iceland speak Polish? Would I keep Los the same? No, obviously not. No, Los gotta make as many fucking changes as physically possible. Fuck. Oh, I got... Ugh. Muzi to Los? Like, I think Los can be a good team. This is my hot take. Like, Los were obviously awful this stage, but they're not, like, hopeless, right? Like, I think they have good... I think Sexy Cake is a good player. I think he's still a good player. I think, like... Was it Legacy who was, like, a decent gunner for them? Yeah, like, I think Legacy is, like, mechanically strong. I think Sexy Cake is, like, fundamentally still a good player. But I think some of the players on that team are just not very good. And I think they were very sloppy in a lot of their important rounds. Population of Iceland, let me think. They've got to have over 1 million. I just can't imagine Iceland is less than 1 million people. But it's not going to be many more than 1 million. I bet it's like just above 1 million. They have 300,000? How is it that small? That's crazy. They use the euro, surely. Ugh. I'm terrible. You better believe I've heard of none of these cities other than Reykjavik. Oh boy. And how big is it? It can't be that big. 60 to 120 sounds right. Nice. They would do good if Legacy didn't nitro his teammates every 2 minutes. Yeah, like Legacy is a talented kid, but he needs to be developed. And so I think there's some hope for Los, but they got to make some changes for sure. Give me the global. Someone give me a country for global, please. Legacy's probably their best player unless I'm forgetting someone. Myanmar. Sexy Cake is definitely their best player. Let's be real. Mechanically, maybe Legacy's a bit better, but, I mean, I think there's a lot more that goes into it. Okay, our country's gonna be very far from Myanmar. I'm feeling Europe. I kind of don't, I want to test the waters with a France here. Closer. Might be Africa then. Or it might just be like a Brazil. No, okay, it's very far from French Guinea. Or I think that just means we're not counting it. Okay. Give me like a Ghana. We're kind of close to Ghana. We're not that much closer than France. Are we ever like Suriname? Nope. Okay, we gotta be Africa. Mauritania? Where the fuck are we? Rwanda? Ghana is closest, then Rwanda, then Mauritania. What's that country called? Gabon? We're close to Gabon. Chad? Not bad. I mean, kind of bad. Not the worst, though. Ugh. Bosco's the best player in the world, be real. No. You thought Farius was meant to be pretty good? Let me open my notes. I'm forgetting, to be honest. Let me remember who I thought was good on Los. NAL Stage 1. Los. Yeah, I think Farius wasn't bad. I mean, his attacks were kind of terrible. His attacking stats are very bad, actually. But he was able to make like a few little like aggro moves, especially on defense, that would like win them rounds. I feel like on defense, Farius is one of the only guys that would like do something for them. Sexy Cake and Farius. I think if you're Los, you keep Sexy Cake, you keep Legacy, and then you're upper. You could take or leave Farius. No one was good on Los. I mean, yeah, they were. Like, there are some Los players that aren't bad. I mean, good is always relative, right? Like, it depends on what you're comparing them to. But there were some decent players on Los. Give me a travel. What the fuck? What? Where am I supposed to go to? Huh? Wait, what country even is this? Am I going to Transnistria? What the fuck? Not even a country. Is this not, Moldova? Like, I don't know, Romania? Where am I going to? How am I supposed to know where I'm headed? What country is that? That's got to be some country inside of Italy. Okay. I kind of got lucky by picking Romania. I didn't know which direction to go. All right. Visualize. Where do we go from Romania? We probably want to go through... We probably don't want to go through the Baltics. Balkans. I'd like to hit Slovenia somehow. Slovenia is going to touch, like, Croatia. Give me Serbia, maybe? Does Serbia touch Romania? I think it does. Yeah. Croatia. Yeah. I don't think Croatia touches Italy, so we've got to go Slovenia into Italy. Italy. Yay! Did I make it? I did +1. What was the best? Romania to Hungary to Austria. Yeah, I was right. We wanted to avoid the Balkans, but I couldn't think of how to do that. Not bad. I went for the most direct route, not the fastest. I mean, this is pretty direct, I guess, but... Did I mean every country inside of Europe, huh? You did Romania, Hungary, Slovenia? Yeah, that works. You did today? It wouldn't zoom in on the blue one all the way? Yeah, that was weird. I'm glad I guessed correctly it was Romania. I could have just as easily gone Ukraine. I said country inside of Italy. Yeah, no, I meant what I said. San Marino is inside of Italy. Do they get on any other NA team? Like any player on Los? Yeah, Sexy Cake would. All good, Painless. All good. I knew it was San Marino or Vatican once I realized where it was, but kind of baited. GeoGrid. This is my last geography game. There's tiny countries landlocked inside of Italy. Yes. Vatican City and San Marino are both landlocked tiny countries inside of Italy. Okay. Drives on the left. Capital city under 200k. Area less than 10k squared. Starts with S in Africa is landlocked. I like to start with the hardest ones. The ones with the least options. The hardest one here is probably going to be drive on the left and is landlocked. I think Laos drives on the left. Laos is definitely landlocked. I don't know about like Nepal or Bhutan. I would guess they drive on the left, but I don't know. I think I have to go Laos here. Fuck. I don't know. I guess I just send it Nepal. What else could possibly drive on the left? Nowhere in the Americas drives on the left. In Europe, it's only the UK. Obviously, nothing is landlocked in the British Isles. Southeast Asia, I think the only landlocked country is Laos, right? It has to be Nepal or Bhutan. I'm going to go Nepal. Pray! Boom. I actually don't know what else you would go other than Bhutan here. All right, let's go is landlocked and area... No, let's go is landlocked, capital city under 200k. I mean, let's just pick 2 microstates here, right? Let's go... I mean, we just had it in the other game. Let's go San Marino. And give me a landlocked capital city under 200K. I mean, we can just go for another microstate. We can go for Vatican City. Nice. All right. Drives on the left in Africa. Where does Africa drive on the left? Oh, South Africa would. Oh, probably some of the countries inside South Africa would have counted for is landlocked. I didn't think of that. Okay, well, let me go like Lesotho then. Boom, nice. Okay, drives on the left starts with S. South Africa. South Africa's the obvious one. India, Bangladesh. Southeast Asia is not a country. Yeah, let's just go South Africa. Let's keep it easy. Okay. Starts with an S, very small population. San Marino, already used that one. Senegal might be bigger. Serbia's probably bigger. Sri Lanka, maybe. Nah, but it's in the Indian subcontinent. It might be fucking crazy populous. I'm trying to think of island nations. Oh, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Nice. Starts with S, area under 10K. St. Lucia. The Saints are actually crazy here. And then in Africa, capital city under 200K. Probably Mauritania. Really? Oh, that's annoying. How does... That's so annoying, actually. In Africa, area under 10K, give me Djibouti. How do you spell Djibouti? The Djibouti. How do you spell Djibouti? DJI. There we go. What? I didn't think of the islands. Fuck. It's literally only the islands that would have counted. Annoying. Annoying. Alright, chat, I think we'll call it. It's a fun day. Tomorrow we will be back with FET. VOD reviewing the last 2 maps of the grand final. We're going to start at the same time, which is, of course, noon Mountain, 2 p.m. Eastern. Other time zones can figure it out. Should be 8 p.m. Europe, I think. But I'm going to check. I'm going to log out for now. Join the Discord if you're not in already. It's a great little community full of great people. I'm going to be live tomorrow with FET. I'm going to be live the day after shitting on OSA. I want to do an OSA stream. I have it prepped out. And then I kind of want to do a Siege Operator tier list before New Blood comes out. So I have some stream ideas coming in the next couple days, and then New Blood comes out on the 11th. And so we will be streaming the new season. So thank you for coming by. I'll send you away with the classic song. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your days. And I will see you on the next one. Later, chat.
We fell in love with apologies. I'm always saying I'm sorry. You spill your train of thought, head on collision. We late to the party. Little too much too late. I don't really got too much to say. Pretty young day when you come my way. No, I can't think head up in Spain. You my rocket girl. They said I'm looking too high when I'm talking to you. It must be true. Stars in your eyes, they a beautiful view. You my rocket girl. Every time I see your face, got me feeling confused. Man on the moon. I told her, baby, I'm coming down soon. That girl a trip, yeah, she out of this world. When I'm hitting her phone, my head spinning like satellites. Baby, you killing these bitches so bad, they gon' probably still hate on your ass in the afterlife. She never care what I got in my pocket. She told me she loved me as long as my past were right. Know that I probably won't have it twice. Know that I probably won't have it twice. Throw some up in the air one time so I see your face when you pass me by. Be like that when you up so high. Shit, I can't look down, no, I don't like high. Smoke one down when you don't come round. Smoke one down when you don't come by. Take your time, girl, you know I don't mind. We fell in love with apologies, I'm always saying I'm sorry. You spill your train of thought, head on collision, we late to the party. Little too much too late, I don't really got too much to say. Pretty young thing when you come my way, no, I can't think head up in spade. You my rocket girl. They said I'm looking too high when I'm talking to you. It must be true, stars in your eyes, they a beautiful view. You my rocket girl. Every time I see your face, got me feeling confused. Man on the moon, I told her, baby, I'm coming down soon.
I float through Saturn and Mars, make my return to the stars. But boy, you know I come down soon, just to touch down Earth and see you. I know galaxies and universe of jealousies. You know I don't play and you don't have to play with me. We can get away to outer space or interdimensions. Honey, I swear you are so worth a mention. I talk to aliens at night. They don't